Hello and welcome to my indoor gardening video. Today I'm going to just talk about the different plants I have, what I'm doing to care for them while they're indoors for the winter, and just how everything's doing right now. And currently outside it's October right now and it's already about 40 degrees outside, so it's pretty cold already. And last night it got down to about 33 degrees, so that's why they're inside now. And as you can see, I got a bunch of lights on the shelf here. I have 3 sets of lights on the shelf, and then I have another floor lamp over in the corner over there. And they're all grow lights, so that's what I'm using for my plants. So let's get started. First, we'll start on my melon pear plant right here. It's growing up to the ceiling, then out over here, and then down here. If you look down here, I do have a bunch of fruit on it already. None of those are quite ready to pick yet, so they'll start to turn a little bit of a tannish color, I believe, when they become ripe. Otherwise, up on the tallest branch, there's some more up there. Over on this branch, there's some other little ones over here. And as those grow, those will pull the branches down so they'll be getting more light again. Currently, they're not getting very much light up where they are, but when they get pulled down by the weight of the fruit, they'll start growing a little bit better. Then I have my habananda pepper plant back there, still growing very slowly, and the other one is down on the bottom shelf there, right next to that succulent that I've been growing. But we'll go to my carnivorous plants now. So over here in the plant tray, this one's my Jolly Twist, and that one's doing really good. Has a nice picture right there, and another new one that's developing over there. That one will probably be open by next week. This one is producing a new pitcher about every week and a half. And the reason why you see droplets of water on it right now is because every day when I get home from work, I spray them with a spray bottle, and that seems to be giving them a lot more humidity, and I think that's what's helping them grow so fast. So back here we have my American pitcher plant. The shorter pitchers are the ones that it kind of came with when I ordered it, and the taller pitchers are what it's growing now. Yeah, underneath these grow lights, I think that's helping it grow nice and tall pitchers. So. And over here, my Dreaming Angel Nepenthe, that's my newest Nepenthe, that's why it only has this picture and this picture on it, and I think soon it'll start producing more pictures, hopefully. Just have to keep watching my videos and see how it is. And then we have my B52 Venus flytrap, and that's doing really good right now. Lots of traps on that one. And then we have my Torrento Sin Nepenthe, has the biggest pictures on it right now. They're maybe about 3 inches long right now, and they're doing pretty good. There's that one there, another big one right here, and the next picture is going to be hanging off the edge right there. And that one's producing pictures about a new one every 2.5 weeks, I'd say. And here's my other Venus flytrap. This one's just a generic one I got from Home Depot when they had them. Producing some really nice traps. Got one over here. That one ate an ant. And this one right here ate something else. That's why it's closed. And yeah, it's producing some really good traps right now. Then we might have my Australian pitcher plant right here. It's doing really good right now. 3 more little pictures that are showing up right there, and there's actually a second plant in there, I think, right now. That's what it looks like. It looks like they're possibly 2 separate little plants in there. They'll probably be able to be separated eventually. It'll be a while before that happens, though. Then we have my sundew that's in there, and then a few Venus flytraps that I grew all those from seeds over there. Then we'll look at my sundew bog, and these ones are doing really good right now. Just small little sundews right now. Eventually those will get quite a bit bigger, but just a bunch of little sundews all over the place. This one right here is the biggest one, so. And nothing new coming up on the end here yet. These sundews took about maybe a month before they started sprouting, and so it's been about a month since I planted those, so hopefully we'll see those soon. We'll just have to wait and see. Sundews can take anywhere from a week to a couple months to sprout, so to germinate, so that might take a little while. Then we'll move on down here. But first, I'm just going to ask if you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every week. And if you have any comments or questions about any of my plants, how I'm growing them, what I'm using for them, any of that, just leave that down in the comments and I'll answer them in my next video. Alright, let's continue. So down here in this pot, this is my jackfruit. I have a few jackfruit seeds planted in there. Those sprouts that are coming up right now are not jackfruit. There's some kind of weed that's growing in there right now. And I'm just letting them grow until the jackfruit starts to come up and just see which one comes up first. And I'll be pulling those after the jackfruit comes up. And then we have my fig trees here. Got 3 of them right here, 2 in this container and then 1 over there. They're doing okay right now. They lost a few leaves as soon as I brought them in. Most plants, when you bring them inside from outside, will lose a lot of leaves because the light levels are different. No matter how hard you try, you will not be able to mimic the light levels outside, so you're always going to lose a few leaves. But they're doing pretty good right now. There's a bud right there, and this one has a bud on it right down there, so those should start springing back to life soon. And then the third one also has a bud, so yeah, those are doing okay right now. Then we have this little lime tree right here. I originally gave it as a gift to someone, and right now the reason why it's here is because I'm just watching it for the winter, just because this is a better place than where it was going to be in the winter. So it's doing pretty good right now. It's doing a lot better than it was. It just started growing these brand new leaves probably about a month ago. Otherwise it was kind of a very slow growing year for it, so we'll have to see how it grows inside. Now we have my clementine tree, which is doing really good. I think it's still working on trying to adjust to the indoor light quality yet. Hasn't lost any leaves, which is really good, but also no new growth yet. Now we'll move over to my lemon tree here, and it is doing very good inside because it actually has these new leaves that have started sprouting out in the last week. So it's actually starting to grow very well in here, so that's a very good sign. So now we'll move on to my jelly melons, which is this vine right back there, and we have one right there. We have some more growing up there, and the biggest one right down at the base is growing right down there. So it's growing a few fruit on it, and it looks like it has room for plenty more fruit. So let's see what happens. There's a whole bunch of buds right down here, so just have to see how that ends up growing. I'm excited if that produces a lot of fruit, especially if it continues to produce fruit inside. That would be really cool. Now we have my Tamarillo. It's a very tall plant. There's a few of them in there. There's quite a few plants in there. I just sprinkled a bunch of seeds in at the beginning of the year to see what happened, and as you can see, it's doing really good. So as you can see from this branch right here, I've been harvesting a few of the fruit. I get about, currently right now, about 2 to about 10 fruit a week. And this fruit right here, as you can see, is starting to change color. That'll probably be ripe in about 3 days. And then there's another fruit right there that'll be ripe in about a day. So doing really good. And then it has more flowers right there, so it's going to be producing fruit for a little while yet at least. So that's doing really good. And each year this will produce more and more fruit, of course, because as it gets bigger. And right now the fruit tastes pretty bitter, but I read that each year it grows, it'll produce sweeter and sweeter fruit. And usually the second year is when it starts to sweeten up and it'll taste really good then. So otherwise they're not bad. They're kind of like tastes like a mango almost. A little bit of a bitter skin though. The inside's nice and sweet, but the skin is a little bitter. So it should be sweeter soon, I hope. And then next we have my Nargilla, the spikiest plant here. It's growing really well right in this corner here. Actually, right down there on this leaf I can weave in here, there's a fruit growing right back there. You see that? It's doing really good. So it's actually starting to produce fruit, which I am really excited. And let's see what happens. But otherwise, it has flowers all over the place on this thing. Flowers and buds everywhere. That's that one. Next, we'll go to my kiwi vine, which has gone way downhill since moving it inside. Then again, I haven't had any light over here. I just put this light right here, this floor light, in today. So it's been inside for about 2 weeks without any light over here. So that's why it's not doing very good. Hopefully we start to see that thing spring back. I've harvested all the fruit off of it, and they're very, very good. They're basically a miniature extra sweet kiwi, and I'm hoping that does good this winter and produce lots of fruit next year. Let's see what happens. Now we have my passion fruit vine growing here. It's growing on the wall there, and that's doing pretty good inside. Not to mention it didn't really have very much light, and now that it does, hopefully it'll start to do much better. And then we have my dragon fruit cactus, which has 2 new, I think you'd call them arms maybe, coming off of it up there. Those are doing pretty good. And then another new one right there. So this is doing pretty good inside. Not to mention it hasn't had light for the past 2 weeks. Now it's directly underneath the light. So hopefully they'll start to do better. So that was my indoor garden. If you liked the video, please subscribe. I post a new video every week. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.